Polar bears, they are really a unique species of bear because they exist both in the marine environment and on shore. They can swim, they hunt seals, and they live in the Arctic. They live in this region that to most of us seems incredibly inhospitable. But they have adapted over thousands of years and learned how to exist in this environment. Unfortunately, what we're asking them to do now is adapt again. Some of the biggest threats we're seeing to polar bears is climate change, impacts from climate change, and sea ice loss. That is their main habitat base. We're also seeing threats to polar bears from oil and gas development, seismic exploration activities, road building, other infrastructure related to oil and gas development, and the loss of onshore habitat. Seismic activity can really impact denning polar bears, and that is something we're extremely concerned about with respect to the Arctic Refuge, which is one of the most important onshore denning habitats for polar bears. Coexistence is incredibly important because we as a species really need to figure out how to live on this land with less impact. And so we are working to ensure that proper food storage lockers that are polar bear proof are installed to minimize the attractiveness of bears coming into contact with human food and humans. We also have been working with the Fish and Wildlife Service and other agencies on the committees that are engaged in reducing human impact, improving education and scientific research related to polar bears, and also ensuring that an appropriate management plan is in place and being effectively implemented. So people can make choices every day in their lives about reducing their own greenhouse gas emissions, whether that's choosing to buy a car that burns less fossil fuels or transitioning to electric vehicles or talking with an elected official. There are choices we can make. With respect to the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, what urgently needs to happen is people need to talk to their members of Congress, both in the House and the Senate, and let them know that they do not support oil and gas development in the coastal plain of the Arctic Refuge. I mean, we share this planet with wildlife, and we're working to ensure that, food storage lockers and proper trash can facilities are in communities and making sure that people are bear aware and educated. All of it is about coexistence.